The Samsung Galaxy A73 5G is the replacement to last year's Samsung Galaxy A72, which needed 5G help and is the most recent gadget in Samsung, a progression of mid-range gadgets. The A72 was an alluring suggestion last year, in spite of ailing in certain divisions. Samsung is adhering to a similar tried recipe with the A73 5G, and this survey intends to see whether the A73 is a huge improvement over the past age. At the hour of this survey, the gadget is accessible just in India from 47,490 rupees and is supposed to send off in select business sectors around the world. Design in Fabricate, 7.6mm, 181 grams, IP67. The telephone weighs 181 grams and is just around 7.6mm thick, which implies that the gadget is truly agreeable to hold and deal with, notwithstanding it being an enormous screen gadget. The form quality is great, however feels plasticky. The back doesn't draw in fingerprints effectively, however, the camera knock is perceptible. The telephone is IP67 appraised, which implies it can remain under 1 meter of fresh water for as long as 30 minutes. The unit explored came in the amazing mint tone, yet you can likewise get it in awesome dim and magnificent white, assuming you like. The gadget utilizes an in-show unique finger impression scanner, which fills in true to form, yet taking into account the gadget plan. One would anticipate that the finger impression sensor should be situated on the power button as an afterthought. The SIM plate is at the top and allows you to utilize something like 2 nano SIM cards in double SIM setup, or 1 SIM and a microSD card up to 1 TB. The exclusion of a 3.5mm earphone jack was normal considering the meager profile of the gadget. However, a USB-C connector in the crate would have been great, yet is missing. In general, the plan is unobtrusive and straightforward, which most clients would appreciate. Screen and speakers, 6.7 in Super AMOLED Plus, Full HD Plus, 120Hz revive rate. The Galaxy A73 packs a 6.7 in Full HD Plus Super AMOLED Plus Endlessness O show. The revive rate, which Samsung calls movement perfection, can be physically designed to 60 or 120 Hz, and there is no auto switch choice despite the fact that power-saving modes downsize the invigorate rate. The survey experience is astounding, and there are broad choices in the settings to arrange the presentation to your necessities. The showcase highlights Corning Gorilla Glass 5 security, while gadgets like the Realme GT2 Master and OnePlus 9 RT deal the more up-to-date Corning Gorilla Glass Victus insurance. Dull mode is accessible framework-wide and truly gleams on this board. Specs and execution: Snapdragon 778G, 8GB SLAM, 128 divided by 256 GB capacity. The telephone is controlled by an octa-center Qualcomm Snapdragon 778G processor and is matched with 8 GB of SLAM. Then there's a decision of 128 or 256 GB, and in spite of the fact that there's just 2,500 rupees between them, the last option just comes in the marvelous mint tone. The variation tried in this survey accompanies 8 divided by 128 GB, and there was no observable slack during ordinary use. The 778G is definitely not a terrible processor. It is an incredible chip for mid-level 5G telephones and depends on the TSMC6nm hub. It is a slight downsize from the Snapdragon 780G, which depends on 5nm. Nonetheless, the genuine article breaker is that telephones that cost close to a portion of the cost of the A73 5G are utilizing a similar chip. Telephones which are evaluated likewise pack the most recent Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 or Snapdragon 888 SoCs, which offer a major leap in execution and legitimize the valuing. Cameras: 108MP primary camera, 12MP ultra-wide, 5MP profundity, 5MP large scale, 32MP selfie. The primary camera is a 108MP sensor with f divided by 1.8 gap, and pictures are shot at 12MP naturally because of pixel binning. Photographs taken in sunshine or under great lighting conditions come out well, and not much to whine about here. You can flip between 0.5x zoom, which utilizes the super wide sensor, and 1x zoom on the fundamental sensor. Samsung has discarded a long-range focal point on the A73 for that 108MP fundamental sensor. There is the capacity to go through computerized zoom to 10x, however the outcomes are not excessively great. The tips inside the camera UI are valuable for mode proposal and shot ideas. There are 3 different cameras on the back as a 12MP ultra-wide and 5MP profundity and large-scale focal points. The 12MP ultra-wide allows you to catch a ton of region in a solitary casing, however a few subtleties are lost towards the side. The full-scale mode ends up being really useful close-up shots, however expects you to get extremely near the subject, and the camera doesn't consequently change to full scale. However, the camera application prompts you. Battery duration and charging. 5000 mAh. 25W charging. No connector included. As far as battery duration, the 5000 mAh inherent battery can last a whole day with weighty use with 120Hz revive rate empowered, and can go longer if with 60Hz and weighty utilization. Samsung offers a product changes in the engine to assist with battery the board. The power-saving component allows you to switch off consistently in plain view, downclock the computer chip to 70%, handicap 5G, and foundation application action with a solitary setting. In the PC Mark Work 3.0 battery test, it endured 12 hours and 42 minutes, which is noteworthy. Samsung decided to exclude a 25W charger in the case, which would charge the telephone at most extreme speed. I tried a few chargers and not many which are PD-COM. Programming and applications. Android 12. One UI 4.1. 4 years of operating system refreshes. 5 years of safety refreshes. The smartphone runs Samsung's One UI 4.1, which depends on Android 12, and the general connection point is smooth and slack-free. You can alter the UI as indicated by the use flawlessly, and this is where One UI sparkle. You can even remap the Bixby side key to the power button, assuming that you ought to want to utilize Bixby. Finally, thanks for watching this video. Goodbye, see you next time.